hope so.
Yeah, of course we're much stronger as a band. We have toured for 3 years since we were here last time, and we are 3 years stronger as a band. And we're going to have an awesome set list. And
we only played once in India. It was a great show. It was kind of a festival, but it was like 4,000 or 5,000 people at the show. It was a great show, and we had a great time. Going to new places and different places that you normally wouldn't go is always interesting. So it's a lot of fun. And it's cool to see that there are so many metalheads, and like even in places where you wouldn't expect it. So
okay.
It's great. It could be almost anything. It's a lot of stuff that we take up. Obviously, religion is one of the, like in the past, has been one of the stuff that I like to discuss, because it's something that affects everybody, even if you're like me, an atheist. But also, it could be anything, like any topic really. It's just the matter is with the Viking lyrics and the mythology and the history kind of serves sometimes as a backdrop to more modern topics, but also sometimes it's interesting just to tell a mythological story or a historical story, because they're so intense and really fits the music well. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into the lyrics, definitely, and they're not always exactly what you read. There are a lot behind them, but to tell you everything would mean that I would have to go through every song we ever written, more or less, and that would take too long. Crazy, like a really enthusiastic and great crowd. And that we had oxygen on stage. So I don't know, I expect that we'll have the same crowd tomorrow night. Great show, more oxygen, and we're going to try to put on as good of a show as we possibly can, because it's always a pleasure coming out. It's a difficult question to answer. I mean, I don't know why that happened. I think it's cool. I think it's great. I think Scandinavian mythology, or any like older mythology, can teach us a lot of stuff if you see it as that, as a mythology. I think for me, obviously, or for us, the Scandinavian mythology is something very close to heart. So if other people feel strongly about that as well, I think it's great. No matter where in the world you are, it's brilliant.
It's probably easy for metalheads to embrace the ideology and the culture of the Viking inherited, like the strong man fighting world.
Drinking.
Yeah, so it fits perfectly in the metal community. So.
Vikings were the first metalheads.
Thank you.
It's difficult, especially in the United States, but also Canada. It's very expensive for a European band to go there. So you have to kind of be able to have enough, well, in the beginning, tour support from your label to be able to tour in the first place. You may have to travel in a van, and as we did it a couple of times, and even drove ourselves around the country to save money. Stay in the cheapest hotels you can find and all that stuff. And that's kind of what you have to do if you want to be able to succeed in North America.
yeah,
Because the only way to really get through there is to tour and tour again. And that's what we've done.
yeah.
Now we reached a level where we perhaps don't have to tour as often as we did before, but we still want to keep it rolling. So you still have to go back there every once.
Then it's kind of curious that the American fans are kind of afraid of Swedish bands, like mythology things. I don't know. They are kind of, it's not the American style, you know.
Maybe I haven't experienced that really. I think that there are a lot of fans that we come across that are really into the whole mythological thing, and as well as like our music. So
that's very cool.
And we have a good fan base there now, and hopefully we can continue to build on that in the future.
There's also a lot of Swedish descendants who lives in North America now. I think there was 1 million Swedes that immigrated to North America 100 years ago, so obviously
that's
much.
absolutely true. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, if you have an interest in the local, like the Colombian culture and history, you can definitely write songs about that if it's something you feel strongly about. I don't see a problem with that. I think it's actually admirable that people are willing to do that, and I think that the fans will enjoy it as well. So I don't see a problem with it at all. There's so many. I mean, there's a lot of like new really good ones, and there are some that are not so good. I don't know. It's like I'm personally an old school guy. I'm kind of stuck in the 80s almost in the 90s, but yeah, I listen to some new stuff as well.
Always cool.
Hi, this is Johan from Amon Amarth, and you are watching Factor Metal.